Welcome back to another video, coming to you from a crisp November morning just outside London. And apologies if you can't hear me as well, I've got a bit of a cold. Probably shouldn't be outside, but the self-discovery show must go on. Now this video today is about you. It's not about me, it's about you watching this video, and it's about your own version of reality. Now your world is completely different to my world. You live in a completely different version of reality. You derive your own meaning from the world. You project your own meaning onto that world. And it's this version of reality that I'm interested in. Under the hood, it's called the collective self. So the shared self, the shared identity. The shared identity you have with other people. Now, you have a collective self with your family, with your favourite sports team, with your nationality, with the town you grew up in. It's the shared common interest you have with other people. And it's this shared identity where you will find all the answers in the field of self-discovery, knowing yourself, understanding yourself. If you can navigate this shared perception you have with the world, this shared understanding, that's where you'll find all the answers. That's where you'll find your full, more authentic self. And the point I'm trying to get at is how you're bonded to reality. Who you are as a person, in my experience, hasn't got much to do with, your presence in yourself. It's how you're bonded through who you are, which sounds completely nuts. It sounds completely crazy, but that's what the self-discovery show is about, because you can alleviate these bonds you have. This thing you were afraid of, you now embrace. That thing you didn't understand, you now understand, you move towards. It's how you move through who you are and ultimately change who you are. So the question becomes, how do you get into this kind of stuff? How do you begin to understand your own version of reality? Well, there's this gap in human knowledge within this word change. So we understand what change is, but we don't have changeology. And if you were to try to study change, to understand change, you're going to land on things like perception, psychology, identity, self-awareness, knowing your own self, understanding your own bonds with reality. And this is what can be changed. You can navigate your way through yourself to become yourself. You might have a false identity you've adopted from one of these collective selves, maybe your parents, your family, your nationality, your upbringing, or just the way maybe you think you are. I don't know, it could be anything. And you can rewrite this, you can change this, you can alter this to become your full self. And then once you do that, you can then broadcast yourself, as in what YouTube is supposed to be all about. So I guess I've commented on different subjects here, but if you're struggling with YouTube, struggling to get onto it, it could be because you don't know who you are. You don't understand how you work and what you bring to the table in comparison to everybody else. And that last bit just takes me back to a video I did a few weeks ago about YouTube being the greatest self-discovery tool we've ever invented, because by watching somebody else, by understanding who they are, you're kind of integrating it into yourself and hence becoming more of your full self.